Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 2008 Renault Mégane R26.R. Now this is part of the second generation Mégane that was produced between 2002 and 2009. This is based on the standard R26, which was made to commemorate Renault's success in F1 in 2005. However, this R version is the more hardcore version, and 450 of these were made, 230 of which came to the UK. Now, the R version of the R26 that we are looking at here retains a lot of the aspects of the R26, such as a rear spoiler, limited slip differential. It's got red brake calipers, front and rear, which are now Brembo. It's got 18-inch wheels, and it's got improved chassis elements to it, as well as Recaro seats. But this car weighs a lot less than the standard R26, weighs 271 pounds lighter, and this is achieved by removing the rear seats and seat belts, passenger airbag and curtain airbags, though the driver's airbag remains. Climate control is all still there, rear wash wipe, heated rear window and all that are still there, but it's got a carbon fibre bonnet, polycarbonate tailgate and rear side windows, carbon fibre seats, which are still Recaro but the carbon fibre now with an aluminium base, 6-point harnesses, a rear spoiler from the R26, as well as a roll cage and a titanium exhaust. It's also got uprated springs rear and front, recalibrated shock absorber settings, grooved brake discs, new alloy wheels, but they are still 18-inch, but the track is increased by 4mm. And it has stiffer lower arm bushes. So yeah, a huge amount of improvements over the standard Mégane, and a huge amount of improvements even over the standard R26, which was hardly a slouch, especially since it shared the same engine that this car has. But because obviously this is lighter, that means that this car is faster. But yeah, nonetheless, it has 227 horsepower and 228 pounds-feet of torque from a 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. But like I said, this weighs less than the standard R26, so even though they share the same power and torque, this is ultimately faster, as this now weighs 2,712 pounds. So yeah, that's a really rather light, especially for a hot hatch that is hardly the smallest of cars. But yeah, you can see there the roll cage, the lack of rear seats. It's been pretty much completely stripped out. The front is relatively the same as a standard Mégane. You know, you got the soundproofing still, you got your aircon, and you got all the usual stuff. But yeah, those seats no longer move forward, and obviously you got the 6-point harnesses. Boot, well, it's still spacious, but yeah, you're really not going to be using this for practical reasons, because obviously this is, though a road car, it's far more capable to be on a track. One thing I do like is the decal there under the right headlight is backwards, like on, you know, an ambulance or an emergency vehicle service, so whoever is in front of you knows who and what is coming up behind them, which is a really rather nice detail. And yeah, I do like the car. The standard Mégane is a really good looking vehicle, and I really do like the look of this with its red wheels, brake calipers, decals, blacked out bonnet, and yeah, the spoiler at the rear. So yeah, really handsome looking vehicle, but this is obviously a car made for the track, which means it's a driver's car first and everything else second. So yeah, nonetheless, let's get out onto the open road and see just what it can do. So with all that lack of weight and all those suspension upgrades and new tyres and the roll cage and everything else, this is easily one of the best handling hot hatchbacks on the game. It really is. It feels so tight, so nimble, because it's got all of that power, not very much in the way of weight. It's hardly a slouch in terms of acceleration or top speed either. Granted, it has compromised a lot. The best kind of hot hatchbacks are fun to drive, good looking, but also usable every day. This clearly isn't going to be usable every day. I imagine this will be a very hard car to live with on a daily basis, but then again, it is more focused towards the track. Using a car like this on a daily basis would be mad, quite frankly, because it's not really all that practical anymore. It's certainly going to have a really hard ride, which would not be good for most British roads, because yeah, we do have a lot of awful paved roads in this country. But yeah, you really wouldn't want to be suffering with potholes and bumps and speed bumps, because the suspension on this feels rock hard. But that's the main reason why it's such a good handling car. So yeah, it would work very well on a track. It's a shame that we have yet to ever have a version of this car on a Forza Motorsport game. It's actually the first time ever that this version of Megane is on a Forza game, never mind this version of the Megane. So yeah, I am really pleased that it is part of this game. Acceleration wise though, it's still impressive. 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, 0 to 114.3, and it will rocket onto a top speed of 152 miles an hour, which is, yeah, still impressive by today's standards, never mind 11 years ago. So yeah, really do like this car. Sounds good, handles good, it's really fun to drive. It's not got lots of understeer like you'd expect from a front wheel drive car from more than a decade ago, with all this power going through those front wheels, and yeah, it stops really well, and yeah, it's just generally a really rather fun and charismatic car to drive. Now you can get this car via doing the brand new Eliminator multiplayer mode. You have to get up to level 10. Didn't actually take me all that long to do it, even though I have never actually won yet, though a few top 10 places did obviously get me up through the levels a bit faster. But yeah, it's easy enough to get to, and yeah, well worth the effort, because it is a cracking little car, and I'm really glad they've chosen to put it in the game, quite frankly. There are 4 more Renaults actually coming to this game that we've never had before. We've got a newer Megane, we've got a Clio that we've never had, we're getting the brand new Alpine. That is obviously based on the original one from the 70s, which I am really looking forward to driving. So yeah, plenty of new Renaults coming to the game, which is quite frankly about time, because we've been sagged with the same old Renaults for years on years and years. So glad that they're finally putting in some new cars, either new cars to the series or brand new cars in general. So yeah, look forward to reviewing the rest of them. And yeah, like I said, get out there, play that multiplayer mode, because it is a pretty fun multiplayer mode. I've not done a video on it yet, because I'm still kind of getting around handling it myself. It is a little bit frustrating in areas, but it is still generally fun. But I might well do a video on it at some point. But yeah, it is a fun game mode, and it is obviously well worth playing, because you can get a car like this, and there are at least 2 other vehicles to get as well. Another Renault, I think, and a Mercury Cougar Eliminator, which I'm really looking forward to getting, as I really want to review that car as well. But yeah, this is a brilliant little car, and yeah, get out there and get it, because you will enjoy it, I'm sure. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.